You'll be needing multiple supplies, but you can use whatever works for you to do this project. You'll also be needing a clean surface to work on. The surface that I'm using is basically just some saran wrap with some tape. You'll be needing clay and some paints. The main subject here is basically the clay. I'm using clay from the dollar store, and it's basically just some air dry modeling clay. Now, I would assume that you could use polymer clay for this, and I'm pretty sure you can, but you will need a lot of it, and they usually come in small blocks of clay. Now, the basic idea is just to start forming your clay. Just sculpt it into a long, thin shape with a log, and then kind of slope it downward so that one side is bigger and the other side is smaller. Since I was going for a really textured look, I decided to take multiple tools for different things, and I just used them to shape the clay. I used a ruler, and I used a knitting needle like it's shown here. You can use whatever works for you. It would be important to have an idea for the design you would want. An interesting technique that you can use to shape your clay is to use the bristles of a paintbrush to get the texture and design that you want. Then I took a thin log of clay and then I wrapped it around the bottom where I wanted the handle of the wand to be. Then I took a little thumbtack or a pin and I just blended the ends together. For me, there was a lot of texturing involved because I wanted a certain shape, and I also wanted to see what it would look like if I experimented with different styles and textures. You can also take the thumbtack or the pin again, and you can go in and add little dots all over your wand. I kind of went in a spiral effect, and then I went into miscellaneous dots all over the wand, and I thought it looked really cool. Your wand is going to get longer as you're working with the clay. Sometimes mine got really long and I had to use my fingers to just push it back together. Honestly, if you want a long wand, you can go with whatever look you want. It's your choice. Also, something I learned that is if you add in a skewer or a support inside of the wand, it'll help you out a lot. Make sure that you let your wands completely dry. I had to leave mine overnight, but in the morning I got up and I thought it was dry, and then I flicked my wrist trying to act like I was shooting out a spell, and then they broke into little pieces just like this. I just reattached the pieces with some hot glue and some acrylic latex. Then taking a paintbrush and some white paint, go over your wand as a base coat or a primer. Once your coat of white paint has dried, you can take your paints and mix up whatever color you like and put it onto your wand. When you finish painting, just let it dry and you're done.